Hello, everyone. So today I would like to just go with you through the Canadian citizenship exam step by step. So you know exactly what you're going to see and what you're going to face. So there's no panic, don't have any to be worried about anything, and you know the style of the exam. If you're going to take the exam in person or online, you will benefit from this video because the same style, the question will be the same. It will be the same system you're going to see, and even if you're going to take the exam in person. But if you're going to take the exam online, you are going to follow more steps. That's why actually we will focus more on the online steps in this video. And the first thing, the full process will start by getting an exam invitation by mail or by email. The email will have a PDF file that includes the invitation. And there's some important information in the invitation letter. You will see that you will have the start date and end date if you're going to take the exam online. For sure, it will tell you if the exam will be online or in person. And if it will be online, it will give you a start date and end date. And this usually will be 21 days. You will have a full 21 days to take the exam. You can take the exam anytime during this 21 days, at night, in the morning, in weekends, during an official vacation or whatever, doesn't matter. Just anytime during this 21 days, you will follow the process and take your exam, okay? And another important information will be your application ID and UCI, which is unique client identifier, the identifier for the person who will take the exam. So the information will be needed to be able to follow up the other steps in the citizenship exam process. Okay, so after you're getting this info, you will have to scroll down in the invitation letter until the section called test details. And there is in the test details section, we have an important thing, which will be the test link. This link will be used to start the exam, and this link is a common link, which everyone will use to start the process. So I will add this link under the video, so you can just click on the link at any time and go and take the exam. If you don't have the invitation and you try to use this link, you will not be able to log in and you will not be able to take the exam. So the link will be working for you only in case that you got this invitation by mail or by email, okay? And there's some important information here that the exam will be 30 minutes and 30 minutes whenever it is starts, you will not be able to pause and you have to complete your exam within the 30 minutes. There will be 20 questions, multiple choice questions. And the multiple choice question can be like 4 options or can be just 2 options like true or false. So true or false are just considered as a multiple choice question with just 2 options as a true and false, okay? And the test can be answered in any language, English, any language supported in Canada, official in Canada, which will be English and French. And if you, like your system fails or then your internet fails during the exam, you can reconnect back to the exam within the 30 minutes, as long as you're still within the 30 minutes from the start of the exam. Important thing here, if you do manually submit, like if you don't say submit my exam, the exam will submit by its own after the 30 minutes. So don't worry, whatever you answered will be submitted and you will get the final grade. You have to achieve 15 points or more to pass the exam. So if you are 15, 16 until 20, you already passed and that's good. You are not allowed to open any other tab or any other application, so they make sure that actually don't cheat during the exam, and you have also to use your webcam during the full period of the exam, so they can see you and see if there's interaction between you and another person. So they follow up your screen and at the same time your webcam to see that, to make sure there's no other person helping you and you are not using any other application or any other tab to get the answers, okay? Whenever you are done, whenever you submit the exam, the results will be available at the end, and you will know if you pass or not pass, but this will not be official. It will be just like whatever you answered, but the official results will be sent to your application, because you need to make sure that you don't fail, you don't cheat during the exam, and you have already followed the steps and all the rules of the exam, so they can just confirm your results, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is just have to click on this link. But if you don't like whenever you get this invitation, if you are not available during the start date and end date, maybe you are in a vacation, maybe you are sick, maybe you are you don't have internet access during this time, or your webcam isn't working or whatever, and you still need more time to be ready for the exam. Any other reasons, you can just simply say, okay, you will see a section in the invitation called rescheduling. And in this section, there's a specific email address. You have to send an email within 30 days from the test start date and explain that I can't take the exam at this time. So please try to reschedule my exam in another time. So you don't have a problem with online exam, but you have a problem with the time period given in the invitation. You are not available in this time, you are in a vacation, you have a lot of work, you can't prepare for the exam at this time. You can just say, please reschedule my exam to other dates. It is highly recommended not to do that. Because usually if you do that, it will take a long time. It may take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to get another invitation. It depends on the officer who is responsible for your application, if he's on a vacation, if he has a lot of files in his hand or her hand. So it will take him time to, or her time to reschedule the exam, okay? Good. So whenever you click on the link in the invitation, in the details section, you will go to this web page, which say take the online citizenship test. You have to scroll down. You will find a place which calls sign in to the test. You will click and sign in. And it will ask for your application number and unique UCI, unique client identifier. Okay. This actual information available in the invitation letter, right? In the invitation PDF. So please don't write this by yourself. Just try to copy and paste from the application just to make sure you don't make any mistakes. So try to copy the application ID, paste here, copy the UCI and paste here, and just click sign in. If you don't have an invitation or there is any problem, it will give you an error saying you can't take the exam at this time. You can't take the exam at this time, okay? If you are sure you have an invitation, you have to come back to the invitation letter and just write them an email, say, I have a technical problem, technical issue, I can't log into the exam, okay? So again, you can just go to the scheduling, say, I can't log in, I have a problem, please try to figure out what is the problem and send me another link or activate my invitation, okay? Good. So the second step, whenever you log in, you will have the second step, which is called privacy notice. You have to apply to read and accept the privacy notice. And just telling you that the objective of this test is to test your knowledge about Canada, about the responsibility of the citizenship, and also for sure about your language skills like English or French. And yeah, it's telling you that they are going to collect your information, your status, and your identity, and you have to accept all this. And at the end of the privacy notice, if you scroll down, you will see a list which you have to check true. So you have read this and you accept this. The first thing you say, I have read the privacy notice. I declare that all my information is correct and true. I am declaring that I am physically in Canada and I will take the exam from Canada. If you can't take the exam, if you are outside Canada, you can take the exam outside of Canada, but you have to tell them. So you have to send an email telling them, okay, I am outside of Canada and I would like to take the exam outside of Canada, okay? Okay, and then I must just also again you assure that all the information given in the application were correct, and I understand that okay, if you just anyone instead of you take the exam or you make any false representation or found or hidden information from IRC, they can actually prohibit you from becoming a Canadian citizen for 5 years. They can actually revoke your citizenship even if you take this already, if they discover the misrepresentation after that. So, and you can even charge it for offense and have go to the court for this as a criminal act, okay? So you just need to make true for everything and say accept. If you have any problem, you can do that. There is any problem in all this information, for example, you are outside of Canada, you will just go to a special section called accommodation. And here, if you have a problem with the time, you will go to the scheduling part. But if you have a problem in the privacy notice or something which you can do online. For example, you can use your webcam, so you will go to the accommodation. Okay, so accommodation, say, I send an email to this one here, this email address, say for sure I am outside of Canada, please, I would like to take the exam from outside of Canada, or I can't show my face on front of the webcam due to religion rules or regulations or whatever. So you have to specify the problem and then you send it to them and they will reply back to you and find the best solution for you. Okay. Good. So assuming that you approve the privacy notice, you will go to the third step, which will be terms and condition, and say telling you here all the materials you are going to see in the exam, all the questions and all the answers and everything is confidential. You are not allowed to publish this to the internet or tell your friend about the questions or use the question for anywhere. Other than that, you may be actually like also suited for this under the law because this is a copyright material. Okay. And also you will accept the terms that you are not going to consult any other person or to use any other source to take the exam. So you are not, like in few words, you are not going to cheat. You are not going to cheat. You are not going to ask someone else to take the exam on behalf of you or help you during the exam, or you're not going to open a book or another website or Google to ask for an answer or something like this. Okay, so you have to accept all these terms. Again, if you have any problem accepting all the terms, you have to go to the accommodation part. Okay, after that, whenever you accept this, you will get this section here, which say email me the test link, and it's telling you that you are going to get a link on your email address, and the link will be valid only for 15 minutes. And take care, the link may take 2 to 5 minutes to be in your email. So be patient. Don't worry. Don't be in panic. Just wait. It may take up to 5 minutes until the email show up in your inbox. It may actually show up in your spam folder. So you have to check both spam folder and your inbox. And this link will be an individual link, which can be used only by you to start actually the test for the citizenship exam. Okay. And telling you that the exam will you will have to finish the exam within 30 minutes. Okay. So whenever you click on email me the link, it will send you the link to your email address. Assuming that, let's assume that you are not actually the main person contacting the the immigration office for your file. So there's another person, you make a representative who actually responsible to make the communication between the immigration office and you. So in this case, you have already filled this representative form in the beginning or during your application, saying that, for example, I will ask person X to be responsible for my application because I don't know about this. I don't know how to write the papers. I don't know how to prepare my file. So he will be the my representative, and all the communication will go to his email or her email. Okay. In this case, because actually you are going to take the test by yourself, maybe you would like to get the test link on the representative email if you have access to it, or he can send it to you, or he can send it to you directly, or to avoid any hassle, I would like to get the test link on my own email. So you will, if you actually have this form signed, you will get this option, which will telling you, would you like to update your email? Yes, I want to use my email address, which is a new email, not my representative email. And in this case, you will be asked to enter the representative email. So they just confirm you know the person. Then you will enter your own email address. So if this will be x@gmail.com for the representative, you are going to enter your email, which will be y@gmail.com. And again, you repeat the email. So make sure that the email is correct and click email me. Okay. In this case, the test link will be sent to your email address or your email inbox. And you have to go to your inbox and click on the test link. Okay, the link is valid only for 15 minutes. So if you don't click the link on 15 minutes, you have to start the process from the beginning. There's no problem at all. No panic. Again, it is okay. Just you have to start the process from the beginning. You go to the invitation, click on the link, enter your UCI, accept the privacy notice, accept the terms and condition, and come here back again to ask for another test link. Okay. As long as the exam doesn't start, so still 30 minutes is not counting down. You are safe. You are on the safe side. Okay, so don't worry. Don't rush. Take your time. Read everything. I will let you know exactly when the time will start. Okay. Until now, you have a lot of time. Just take your time. Read carefully every point. Okay, and don't make any mistake. The next step again, it will confirm your identity again, asking for you whenever you click the link from your inbox to ask again for your application number and UCI, unique client identifier. Again, please copy and paste this from the invitation PDF and click sign in. Okay. The next step, it will ask for a photo for your ID. Take care. You have to make 2 photos. The first one will be your ID. Second one will be yourself in order. Okay, and the ID must be a photo ID. Like you have your photo and has your information, birth date, address. The IDs that you can use, like driving license, will be the perfect one. Driving license. It can be your health insurance card if it has a photo on it, and it can be also your passport. Okay, anyway, but actually, the only thing that show up in the picture should be your ID. So you have to hold your ID and make it closer to the camera as much as you can, so it just show up in the camera. And it may be blurred, it may be not clear, the picture is not good. You have to get it back and front, move it several times until the image is clear and readable, and click take photo. Okay, if the photo is fine and good, you will click approve. But if it is not good and you don't like it and you would like to make a better photo, just click retake. And again, hold your ID, make it closer to the camera, up a little bit and get it back and front until it is clear. Click take photo. And if it will take 1 hour from you, you are safe. Take your time. Don't worry. Try to make a clear photo and don't be in rush. Don't be in panic. You have a lot of time. Okay. Just take your time to take the photo, and whenever the photo is good, you will click approve and go to the next step, which will ask you to take your own photo. And in your own photo, your face must be visible, and your also nose, your eyes, your mouth must be visible. And you have to look straight on the camera. Don't look on your side, left or right. And you must be straight on the camera. And again, take a photo. Sometimes it is difficult to take a photo at the same time look at the camera. Someone can help you here until we start the exam. That's fine. If someone will help you, like your spouse can help you to just take the photo for you until the photo is perfect. He can help you to take the ID photo. That's fine until you start the exam, and that's okay. No problem. Actually, the webcam, like, doesn't matter what you are doing. You are just trying to take photos for yourself, so your spouse or your friend can help you until you start the exam. Okay. So in this case, you will take the photo, and after that, if you have any problem to take the photo, like you can't make a good photo with your webcam, your webcam is not working, you can't show up your face due to regulations, religion issues, anything. No problem at all. Just come back to the invitation, go to the accommodation part, see the email here, email address, send an email, explain the problem in details, and they will come back to you with a solution or an alternative solution. Okay. Good. So after that, from this moment, no one can help you. No one can show up on the camera. No one can be beside you in the room. You have to be alone in the room. Actually, also you have to close all other applications. You have to close all other tabs, and you have only one tab, which will be the exam tab. The exam will start. The timer here will start, and you have exactly 30 minutes. You can't pause the time. You can't do anything. You have to finish in 30 minutes. You have 20 questions. Okay. So this is the screen of the test. This will be the same screen if you're going to take the exam in person. So the first thing will be section A, which gives you the time left. Start with 30 and it will count down. Whenever you come to here, the screen, it will be counting down from 30 until 0. Okay. 30 minutes. Section B will be the question. It will be in this form here on the right-hand side. It will be question, for example, 5 of 20. It will be the head of the question, and then the options. Can be 4 options or 2 options. 4 option multiple choice question. 2 option will be true or false. Okay. There is also another checkbox here which will say, I want to review this answer later. If you are not sure about the answer 100%, you will click on this box just to make this question flagged to be reviewed. Okay. Section C, which will the previous and next button, which you will use to go to the previous question or next question. And please, please don't use the back button on the browser, Chrome browser, and actually it's highly recommended to use Chrome for the exam. Don't use the back button on the browser, because the back button will get you out from the exam and you will have to log in again. You have to use the link in your email address to log in again. And if the link is expired, because we already passed 15 minutes, you have to request the link again. And all this time will be from your exam time. As long as the 30 minutes start counting down, you can't stop this, and it will continue counting down for 30 minutes. Okay, so try to ignore the browser tab, back button, and use the previous question, next question to navigate between the questions. Okay. Section D will have all the list of questions, and you have two options. You can show this as a grid view or a list view. The grid view is the default view, and you will see this question as a grid from number 1 to number 20. You can click at any questions. You can navigate to question 20, even if you don't answer any questions. So that's fine. You can go to any number of the questions, and it will have like a color schema or a color template. The orange one will be that means you answer the question, but you want to review this question. This is a question under review, to be reviewed. Okay. A blue one, a dark blue one, which means it's answered and you are sure it is 100% correct, or you are sure about your answer, you don't want to review it anymore. And a light gray question will be means that you still need to answer this question. You still need to answer this question. Okay, good. Before the last 5 minutes of the exam, you will get a warning. So this section A will be changed to this, to the right-hand side part. It will show you that time is almost up. You just have 5 minutes. Again, please don't be panic. No worry. Don't be worried or worried, and just take your time. See if you have any questions that need to be reviewed, and try to review them as fast as you can. And see if you have any unanswered question. Try to answer them even by exclusion. If you don't have the answer, try to exclude the wrong answers and select the most acceptable answer from your point of view. Okay. And at the end, there is another, before going to the last step, there's another view which is called the list view. So if you click on in section E here, if you click on list view, you will get another view of the questions as a list. And as you can see here, the list will have different sections: the current question, the question you are answering, to be reviewed, the question you have flagged as to be reviewed, and not answered, the question you still need to answer, and the answered questions. Personally, I prefer the grid view, but actually maybe for yourself it is much more convenient to use a list view. You can try both in the first few minutes of the exam and see what will be the best option for you. Okay, and actually you can switch during the exam between the two views, no problem at all. Okay. At the end, when you answer all the question, you will get a screen saying submit. Submit means I am done. I am just give me my results. I am done. Okay, that's fine. But actually, if you have any question under review, you will get a warning message. You can see this warning here. Note, you have marked 2 of the 20 questions to be reviewed. So you still have some questions that you need some attention. So are you sure you would like to submit? If you are sure and you don't want to review the question, just click submit. If you are not sure, you just can click on the question itself. So for example, go here and click on question 8 or question 12 and review the question, correct or confirm the answer, and just click this off. So it will be removed from the review list and come back to the submit screen and click submit. Whenever you submit the question, you immediately will get the answer, sorry, the results. And if the results is 15 plus, you are, congratulations, you pass the exam, and that's good. If you don't get a 15, you get 14, you get less than that, you will not pass the exam, but that's okay. Don't be sad, don't be worry, you will just get another invitation after that. And even if you fail in the second time, you will get a third invitation, and this invitation will be with the judge. And it will be also questions, but it will be much more easier and much more straightforward. Just try to prepare yourself for the exam, and hopefully you will pass from the first time. No worries. Okay. Just telling you, this will not official test result, not official yet, because we have to review your webcam, you have to review your ID and your photo to make sure that you don't cheat. The photo is fine, the ID is fine. If everything is fine, the test will be cleared in your application page. and you will go to the next step, which will be the auth. And if there's any problems, they will send you an email telling you the ID is not not clear, please send us another ID, or they will ask you to take the exam again if they have some doubts you have cheated or used in other material. Okay. At the bottom, you will see two buttons, one called print, the other one called email. So if you would like to print or email the results, please do that. Try to keep a record of your results just in case if you, like they told you, you haven't got the exam, we don't have your record, whatever happens, because this is actually like an online test. So maybe you have any technical issues, technical problems. So just try to keep track of your results as a copy in your email or as a copy as a print on a paper or a PDF print, whatever, just in case. Okay. One last thing we'd like to confirm, if any problem happened during the exam, for example, like your internet went down, or for example, your computer restart, it was doing an update in the background and suddenly it's restart by itself. Sometimes it happens. So don't be panic, no worry at all. Whenever the computer is back or the internet is back within the 30 minutes, you can just use the link again to go to your exam. And if the link is still valid, so we are just 15 minutes from the time they send you the link, you can just click the link directly and log in and continue the exam. If the link is invalid, you have to request another link. This can take some time. If you are okay and be able to continue your exam and complete the exam, we are good, no problem at all. If there is any problem and you can't make it, you can make it within the 30 minutes. You need just to go to the section in your invitation letter called technical issues and explain the problem directly to them. And they have the webcams, you know exactly what happened to the system. So just tell them my computer started, tell them my internet went down, I don't have to access to the internet, and I don't know what to do. And for sure, they will reschedule your exam and send you another invitation. Okay. I hope this video will be helpful for you to just be familiar with the exam and you just don't be worried during the exam and take it in a success and to be a successful, like to be pass the exam from the first time. Okay, thank you very much and have a great day. Bye-bye.